want to know your best Kenny Dillingham story for each one of you. Either something that struck you when you first met him, or a really good Kenny Dillingham story.
Probably my best one is when we went golfing and he usually putted the whole time. He putted, like, even par fours, like, was putting the whole time. And he beat a couple of those, yes.
What did he score?
I can't remember. I have to look, but we were 4 of us. We played a scramble, and we almost. I think it was me and him on the team actually. No, he was on the other team. He beat me and one of my other teammates. It was
just using one club.
Literally a putter. That was it. Team with a putter, and he hits it like 150 yards. That's not even a joke. Like, dead serious. With full swing, like putter. It's crazy. That's probably my best story from him, honestly.
How about you, Jordan? You got one?
Yeah, I think my best story also involves golf. We went to Top Golf as a team. And we had like an entire little booth of people that thought we were good at golf, and so we finished our entire 20 that we could hit. And he walks over and hits 3 and had a higher score than all of us. So yeah, he's a pretty good competitor.
So I was gonna say, he said you're really competitive.
Yeah, I was upset. Yeah, I was very upset.
But he said that's why you guys get along really well, because you're as competitive as he is.
Yes, 100%. We go at it a good bit.
So it's been like just kind of being here at Media Day, being the face of the program, just kind of elevated to those kind of elevated roles.
Don't do that. It's been super fun. I think it's cool that me and him obviously get to represent the whole team here. So it's cool to be able to be representatives of obviously all the 100 guys in that locker room and guys on staff as well. It's been super fun. I mean, this is definitely something I won't forget. I never thought I'd be in something like this. So being here and be able to just tell my story and talk about the team and everything's been super, super fun. Hanging out with JC, this is we had a very crazy Vegas trip last time we were here, me and him. So this is just back again. It's like part 2. So it's been super fun. We didn't do what we did last time. So it's been super fun.
Do tell. You can't lead us into that.
So was it the day before the game?
No, it was the day before the day before.
So the day before the game, our curfew, I want to say it was 2 or 3 or something. And me and JC were walking around. We were just on the strip, and we walked past New York, and we saw this roller coaster. It's 1 a.m. We're like, hey, you want to ride it before we go back? We're like, yeah. So we went and got in line, got on the roller coaster, get on it. Jay, I don't know, I can't remember what reaction you had, but he had a crazy reaction to being on the ride, and we just started laughing. And then mid-ride, my seatbelt came off in the middle of the ride.
Yeah,
and
I thought we lost corn.
and he freaked out. You freaked out.
Well,
I freaked out too. Yeah. Well, I was saying you put your arm against me because you were afraid I was gonna fall. I was just hanging on. I closed my eyes the rest of the ride. We got off. We told the dude, we're like, bro, my seatbelt came off, and they're like, oh, really? And we're just like, all right. So we got up, and the whole walk home, we talked about how tragic it would have been if that had happened. And yeah, it's a funny story now, but we're gonna go ride it again last night, but we're both like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not the best idea.
Was this before the Vegas Bowl?
Yes. This is when we're here for the Vegas Bowl. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I was a very that made me I thought Vegas was crazy, and I didn't think I would ever almost die from being on a roller coaster. So that was definitely pretty scary.
Yeah, roller coasters are not made for 265-pound men. I can say that for sure.
The ride was fun though. Shout out to New York. The ride was really fun.
I've always wanted to get on that one. I've never done it. I've always wanted to do it.
It's pretty fun.
I hope that we didn't deter you from that.
Yeah, no, I recommend going on it, but it definitely was a very scary experience.
Because you got to remember, we're here for a week for the Pac-12 basketball tournament. So
Yeah.
we're here for a week.
Oh yeah, no, you got to.
In New York.
Yeah, no, you got to ride it.
I reckon it's a fun ride. And we just had a little bit added
terror.
Yeah,
very much terror to the ride. Yeah.
So Jim, obviously the quarterback competition is going to be a big storyline of fall camp. We got to see the guys in action in the spring, but a lot of what ultimately goes into what emerges as a winner goes on behind the scenes in summer where things we just can't see. What do you see from the quarterbacks over these last couple of months since spring ball ended?
I think they brought the best out of each other. Like Coach Dillingham said, you got 3 dudes competing for it. They all have a different story. You got Drew, who played at Notre Dame, was relevant. I mean, really good. Was relevant, obviously being around a bunch of the quarterbacks and being in the quarterback conversation for one of the best in the country. You got Trenton that finished out the year last year that was literally not on anyone's radar. Has been here through 10 different quarterbacks. Just been a walk-on, earned a scholarship, finally got here, took over last year. And then obviously, we got 5-star Jake Rashada coming in. So it's definitely brought the best out of each other. I think in spring, you kind of obviously they were pretty close, and everything was obviously spring, so you don't really get a bunch of who's this and who's that right now. But going into fall camp, obviously, all three of them are going to have to try to separate from each other. Obviously, whoever's going to be back there is going to give us the best chance to win. Ultimately, at the end of the day, as coach is going to choose. So, shoot, man, this offense is something that a lot of quarterbacks, I don't know if they can handle. So, should proud out to all three of them for putting in the work, because whoever we put back there, all three of them will be prepared to play.
How much of a leg up does Trenton have, or did he have, just because being one of the returning guys, knowing some of the key returners? But and does that leg up even exist anymore now that the other guys have had a few months to get acclimated to Tempe?
Well, yeah, definitely. Obviously, I don't know if you'd say leg up, but obviously being in the program and being, here already definitely helped. Bringing in Drew and Jaden, though, like they've came in and worked their tails off to be where he's at, and they all have a good grasp of the offense. They're all ready to go. Obviously, yeah, Trenton's been here. He's obviously been on the field as a Sun Devil and been on the field on the ball, and obviously he has a good connection with everybody. But Drew and Jaden are doing a really good job of being able to come in and kind of be for him. And it's not one of those. It's not an unhealthy competition. It's a very healthy competition. It's good for all three of them. It's going to make them all three better players. So it's definitely going to be good for the program in general to have all those three guys working hard like they are right now.
How does Coach Dillingham being so personal with you guys? How does that elevate your games?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think kind of just gives us the freedom. He allows us to be instinctual. He allows us to play to the best of our ability and make decisions for ourselves. There's definitely a general framework that he asks us to follow. You have to play within the system. We have freedom, man. A lot of freedom to be instinctual and just be football players. And he'd rather you make the play, doing something on your own than to try to be a robot and give something up. So, allowing allowing us to be ourselves and play and around the building is huge.
Yeah, like you said, he lets us play. He lets us do what we need to do. Obviously, he's going to put a game plan in place, but it's our job to go on the field and execute. So as long as he gives us a good idea of what the plan needs to be, and then we go out and make the plays ourselves.
What's the go-to order of burritos for us now?
Oh, breakfast supreme all the way. One of them, no hot sauce though. Then I'll get you. I don't know.
No hot sauce.
Okay, listen, we're not going to do this right now. Okay, we talk about my eating habits too much around here with me and you. Okay.
Got it, bro. No hot sauce.
Okay, and he's saying this because last night we went to McDonald's like 11:30, bro. We got food and we went to the McDonald's really across the street. We walked over, grabbed it, we came back and got up to the room, and he had no sauce for his chicken nuggets, and he flipped out. He had mental breakdown, and it hurt him. And I think ever since I've said I don't eat sauce on my breakfast.
Y'all ever ate 10 dry nuggets?
A dry burrito, so BSB, no sauce.
Yeah, breakfast supreme, no sauce. It's the best way to do it.
He's a wild man.
Listen, because here's my thought process, right? Like, there's so much food in there. Like, there's already so much ingredients in there already. Like, I want to taste all of them.
So you want to eat
and
this dry?
sauce covers them up. And, like, it's not dry. There's cheese on it.
It's
Melted
not
cheese.
wet.
It doesn't have to be wet. It could just be like, wow.
That's a point.
That's a point. But yeah, no, we just breakfast supreme, no sauce, because I can taste everything. You know what I'm saying? The sauce covers it up sometimes.
I guess, brother.
This is coming from the same person that eats steak with ketchup, though, so I don't really have to talk. So, okay, bro, you didn't know that. Okay.
Crazy man.
Anybody else got questions?
All right, dope.